everybody. How's everyone doing? Metaphysical Mama here. Welcome, welcome if you're coming for the first time. And thank you so much for coming back. If you're revisiting our little platform here, you never know what we're going to get. So kindly take what resonates and leave the rest. Let's see, today is Tuesday, October 26th. And what we have, it's a rainy day here. A little nor'easter coming through. I'm on the East Coast. I know that the nor'easter did quite a bit of damage over on the West Coast in California too. It's just passing through here, I believe. So sending love to everyone being affected by all the natural, say, disasters. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. That's our energy we're in. Bottom of the deck, I got Two of Swords in reverse. So unable to make some decisions or feeling some kind of stagnance, and we're in a big transition, if everybody can feel that or not. Obviously. Not obviously, but yeah, we're in a big state of transition. So, holding on to things, material and what have you, right, to feel safe, right? It could be a sense of security, like a security blanket. But once that blanket gets removed, right? Adam, Eve, right? We're seen in the garden. And once we recognize that we're seen, right? It's a little different when we are aware of the law of one than when, it's like when we're teenagers and we think we're invincible. It's the same in a sense. So the unawareness we carry, in order to get through where we're at until we plateau, right, and make it to the next level shit. But this is a big energy going on, fear, feelings of, uncertainty, unsurety, again, unable to make a decision or not sure how we feel, who's in our life, or, and are we in the right, environment, in the right job, in order to nurture and flourish, right? And raise our vibration, right? Part of the cure for any virus of any negative, whether it's information and we've accepted it and swallowed it, and now our body, right, our program is running off of an altered state of being because we, right, drank the Kool-Aid, or we took the blue pill or the red pill, or right. So it's okay. We can always come back the other way once we recognize what led us astray or what pattern of thinking or feeling we're either continuing or avoiding, right, in order to get us to the next step. Which a lot of the time we just need to kind of remain, excuse me, a little, still. It's like those sayings that are like oxymoron, right? Like in order to get very far, sometimes you need to just stand still, be still. Right? So how do I get really far? By being still. Right? So things that, right, earlier we pulled the dolphin card. And it's, this is true, and so is that. This and that are true. It's still at the bottom. Right, so I was reading into earlier. So number 20, this and that are true. So when we only go with one thing or even two, right? There's many more variables and branches that we can travel through in order to gain more balance, right? Instead of jumping off the deep end and then, right, doing something that we may regret. And then we're like, damn, how come I did that and didn't allow time and space for processing until everything became a little more clear, not just because I, in fear, ran and panicked and got a responsive answer from another that doesn't have the ability to freely speak to me, right, in a nature, right? A lot of people that are in professional positions aren't able to say what they really feel inside or what's really right, what they think or what they use their opinion or their what they feel, right? They can only go off of the books and policy. So that even if they would like to, they cannot, right? And if you ask any doctor if they're in the business to heal, they can't really answer that either. Because it's not to heal, it's to, right, help you with whatever you've manifested, right? When we manifest something, right, we can go to a doctor and then so it gives us, it allots us a temporary amount of time and space to then look deeper and farther into the root of why we manifested something, right, in the first place that brought us into a position of being off balance. But if we just think that we just got the answer and then that was the goal, the keys to the streets, and we just got the golden ticket, and now we know, and now we're fine, and now, wait, how did that develop in the first place? Right. We have to start looking deeper than the surface of something, or just accepting, right, what something is being, right, whatever's being pushed or formed or altered or twisted or manipulated with truth and a little omission of certain things, facts, and, right, it's kind of playing triple card Monty, right? You could do the fa or psi or the Monsanto. What's the other Moderna Monsanto one? Or Johnson and Johnson, which, right, Johnson and Johnson later, as we found in life, which we all slapped all over our body and our babies and etc. for generations, right? Johnson and Johnson's baby powder, baby lotion has arsenic, and I don't know what else in it. I know that there's lawsuits presently for the baby powder, but I used to do promotions and marketing, and I have awareness of the arsenic, and that's when I found out about that years ago. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'll never forget when I found that out. I have 3 daughters, and I was like, oh, so we put our kids in the bathtub. So then their pores are all nice and wide open, like a wet sponge. And then we lather arsenic all over them, like, oh, skin's so sorry. Baby skin's going to be so soft. They're like, just drinking in arsenic and whatever other chemicals are in that crap. It's like, oh. So are we bad people? No. However, do we need to pay a little more attention and become a little more aware of what it is that we're putting on in and listening to in order to, right? Like right now I have music listening in the background. So like what tune, like the title, right? Tune in Tuesday, right? Tune up and tune in. Right, we're getting a little tune up. Right? I had to put air in the tire today. It's all rainy, complete flat tire, right? So it's like we can't drive around with a one flat tire, right? Or, you go get a oil change, but then you don't, right, do like a air filter and everything else, right? We got to make sure that our car is running right? It's everything got to tuned up, right? It's about to be winter here. We got to put, make sure you got antifreeze in your system for the winter. So maintenance, right? It's not like, oh, we're bad. It's just as we keep going, we're going to become a little more aware so that we don't keep harming ourselves and others. We just need to be open and willing to accept more in, and that's it. And then we will receive that, right? Beaver spirit. This came out in the other deck too, Beaver. Number 6 in this deck. Lay a solid foundation. And that doesn't necessarily doesn't necessarily mean laying bricks and laying material. That means, right, make sure that so when we get hit with waves and when the wind does blow, that we have ability to take these things into consideration, that we're, right, having to deal with the cards that we've been dealt, and then now we're getting, right, rained on. This is the, right, age of Aquarius. So it's the information age, right? It's like the flood, like it's raining. We're getting poured, right, big data information into the crown chakra. It's coming up from it as we're getting hit by all different directions, all different elementals, right? All different currents. Or not something falling down under my, that was funny, something. That means something just fell. So yeah, maybe someone's foundation was not so sturdy, right? That's why that came out 12 minutes and 12 seconds in, 12:12. Huh. So maybe note that, timestamp that, 5:15 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know, 12:22. And lay a solid foundation. So let's see, I don't know, spirit saying something, just some kind of something big, right? So if we don't have a strong, it's like 3 little pigs. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. If we don't have something to ground to, right? You can't take it with you when you go. Look, he's like, I got my fur coat. That's like Lot's wife. I don't want to let go. He's like trying to surf on coins, almost like stand on coins, hold coins, balance one on his head. It's like wherever he can fit them, he's going to hold on. But if our foundation is only about the money and what looks or appears to be flashy and, right, pentacle gold material, when we all get stripped to the bone, right, when we're getting weighed on the scale of Anubis and, right, of well, not scale of Anubis, but Anubis is there waiting. If that heart, if that heart's heavy, Anubis is coming out. Right? Just like alcohol, just like there ain't no color, there ain't no prejudice in any of these, right? In a disease. Anybody can, right? Don't matter how rich or poor you are, what color you are, don't matter how or what color you think you are. Let me say that a little bit better, more clearly. What color we think we are, right? We're the hues of man. So being a man, right? Hues of man, human means we're bipedal. We all walk upon 2 legs. But we had to have something to walk upon, and there was already, right, animals, food, the animal kingdom, the mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom already existed within Gaia, on Gaia, right before man stepped foot on the land or swam through the water or breathed in the air and breathed out. Rhino spirit. Overcome any obstacle. So it's just going back to our roots. Starfish spirit, open to infinite possibility, and being open And then we can receive her. Life is a mystery. Bobcat. Oh, we got number 59, which is 14, Cyrus number, and also 5, and then infinite 8, or lightning loops, as above, so below. You want to be careful. Think that's like reincarnation cycle, right? Just keep going around and around and around and around, around and around, right? So that's how we gain our soul. We start to build, right? Our DNA ladder, our structure, throughout time and the many lives that we've, right, lived. Nightingale spirit, love is all around, 41 bottom. And we have white raven spirit, trust in the magic, number 66. 66. Is it 66 books in the Bible? 66 chapters, 66 books in the Bible, root 66. I think the number of Lilith, 66. Number 12. White raven spirit, trust in the magic. 29, which is also 11, power number, master number. Giraffe spirit, see the big picture, right? Instead of getting stuck being, with us being focused, being narrow-minded, either seeing it one way or this way or that way, right? Not even just two ways, right? Yin and yang, duality, black and white. We want to open that up further so we are able to, right, open the multi-dimensional stream, the multi vibrational systems that we are. It's opening the gate, and then we allow, right, like that you have control over that flow. It's like, right, you could slow that water down. Everything's water, right? So allowing the flow, the current, right? The thoughts are currents, right? Electrical currents. Our body is electric. We're also electrical beings, so we're running like, right? We operate and run like machine, right? In a certain way, right? Let spirit be your guide. Number 32, hawk spirit. Hawk to me. I'm in love. Ain't no doubt about it. 80s. Crazy 80s. Twin flamesies and Bobcat again. 8. Life is a mystery. Yeah, and spirit saying too, right? To trust in a mystery. We don't have to know all the answers, right? It's more important to be, isn't existence, right? To be or not to be, instead of winning, getting to the end of the line, having the answer, knowing we don't need to, really got to enjoy the ride somewhat, even when it gets bumpy, right? It's like even when we make it through scary, right? It's Halloween time, scary experiences and etc. And then we gain more knowledge and insight and we make it through something. We challenge ourselves and we're able to look back. Even if we got hurt, we can look back and be, isn't that where we find a lot of our confidence? And we know we have, right? We know, but it doesn't mean, oh, we know, but we have more awareness of just how resilient, strong, and amazing that we are, right? As human beings, as divine beings, as messy beings, as, right, childish, immature, bratty beings, as super intelligent, amazing, creative, divine beings. We're so many different things, right? It's like, how many things is there to be grateful for rather than looking at all the things, right? How much have you accomplished? How much have you made it through? Would you trade it? Or can you look back into your past a little bit and see where you're at now and be like, damn, I never thought I was going to get out of that experience or that relationship. Now, see how far you've come. And was that relationship so bad? Now can you look at it, or that place, person, place, or thing? Are you able to look back at it now and take something positive from it? Right? It might have been bad at the time, but however, now you've gained insight, gifts, you're grateful for that experience because it taught you A, B, and C. So now we have awareness to, right? So it's like that's how we're grateful for our said karmics, enemies, past life experiences, etc. It's like, because those are all, right, soul contracts and agreements in order to, right, gain and make it through this, right, adventure in Wonderland, right? Life is a highway. Or the journey, hero's journey. Right? Earth is a school, right? It's many things. Some look at it as a prison, but it's only a prison if where are you trying to, right? If you ever listen to Eckhart Tolle, he'll speak of, right, that ego wants to escape from the present now moment. So does that make the ego so bad? It can grow and do things that are right. It can make us do things that or appear to look really shitty. However, most of the time it's because the ego is very uncomfortable. We're uncomfortable, so the ego wants to escape. The ego is what makes us feel anxiety, or it talks us into, you don't need to be here, just go, run, get out of here. They don't want to talk to you anyway, or you're not good enough, or we're better than that. Who they think they're talking. But where is it coming from? Because there's fear going on inside in here. Are we going to be liked? Are we going to be accepted? Shouldn't we? If we do, are we going to look this way or that way? Right? All these different procrastinate and guilty. We can procrastinate and get stagnant in whatever illusion, right? Wrapped up in the swirls. And some of us also, like, again, as empaths and what have you, we do that on purpose, right? We jump down rabbit holes on purpose, and we go through, right, shaman, we go through different, oh, funny, this just sounded like, you saw how it just flipped into my hand. Number 5, a rebirth is assured. And then 2, bats have to do with, right, radar and X-ray vision. We don't look at all the different creatures that are here that have different, right, ways of seeing. Think of just how the different many ways that we can read. We can read a book. We can read another's, right, behavior, their aura. We can read another, like, right, are you able to read a person, see how they're, right, where are they coming from? Reading people, right? Reading tarot, reading pictures, right? A picture says 1,000 words. It's not, anybody's like, oh, and da-da, it's like begging and then relying on it and expecting it and hoping and wishing and dreaming and, right, are you not caught up in, you gotta be very careful, right? Not careful, but right, but yeah, in a sense, yeah, because we can get caught up, right? She's a fisher of men, or Set wants to set up Osiris, right? The Christ child from taking its rightful place at the throne, right? Harad, get all the babies in the kingdom. Wasn't Adam put to sleep? Adam's been asleep, right? So we have dormant sleeping atoms within our vessel. So as we're getting slammed with soul, mass ejections, they're called CMEs, right, the sun is burning off new element. We're all rebirthing a new, ANU, like in the Sumerian and Anunnaki and the ancient tablets. Anu is the sky god, the sky father, right? Baby blue, one eye, Cthulhu, look in the chew, right? It's like on all our dollar bills, right? Time is money. Money is time. And it's made with magnetic ferro, meow, not feral, like feral cat, but close, and they sound similar. So it is also like that, meow, meow, ferro fluid, right? Like that doesn't have different weight to it. It's like these cards, right? They weigh the same, but they have different pictures on them, right? And finally, we got white raven, giraffe, and hawk again. So, see, this energy don't lie. At the same thing, and the bat at the bottom. Um, but what, like if you put, what, 90s. That might have been early 2000s even. Anyhow, I'm digressing. Anyhow, same weight, right? In different dollars. A single, a 5, a 10, a 20, 100, they all weigh the same. So if you put money in a vending machine or what have you, or when you get money out of the ATM, how does it know what dollar is which? How does it know how to decipher? Right? There's a little tiny unseen magnetic iron net. It's made with magnetic iron fluid. So it picks up that code, right? And we're magnetic, electric beings, light beings, right? Having a human experience in a human vessel, right? Being upgraded, our DNA is getting lit up, right? Like a light bulb, right? Lucifer, the light bringer, we're getting zapped, electrocuted with big data. Cat spirit at the bottom. Canary spirit, sing your own song. Number 12 on the flute. All night long. What is this? We have dove spirit. Be peace. Number 21. We break down to a 3 and 12. 3. So we got 12, 21. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. There. And mouse spirit, but in reverse. So hopefully, what message does mouse have? Tend to the small things, but this is in reverse. So it's like, great. So let go of shit, right? Allow yourself to let go of what you no longer need. Stinking thinking, right? Repeater, Peter, pumpkin eater. It's Halloween time. There's some perverted ones with that nursery rhyme too. And the mouse is number 40. So this is like, don't sweat the small stuff, right? The devil's in the details. So if you're stomping, like too much in the head, too much stinking thinking, trapped, then Earth is going to feel like a prison. And you're going to want to push aside your feelings, right? Your Eve, right? Adam. Eve is supposed to be at Adam's side, meaning keeping our emotions at bay so that our waters are nice and calm, our bodies of water, right? Energy in motion, emotional energy. So if we're not coming from a balanced place and we're avoiding our energy in motion because we're thinking that that is less, right? Well, then we allowed the wave to go up over our head. So our emotional body is up over our head. Now we think we're an overseer, right? Zeus over the clouds, somewhere over the rainbow. So we think we're just, but that emotion went up and over. So we're actually acting in a big, huge emotional body that's enveloping, right, around our aura, drowning us and trying to tell everyone else just what we think and how everything's supposed to be. Because now we're in a fearful state due to the fact that we allowed our, right, not knowing our emotional body to, we got hit with a wave and we got tumbled under, right? Tumble down dicks. And Uranus is on its side. So we got knocked over. So this is a rescue mission at this point. They're coming. There's prime directives out. They're like, we're coming with the hook. We're coming. It's like, well, what was that movie? Oh goodness, what Mark Wahlberg, Perfect Storm. Oh, and they try to rescue. They don't. The ding dongs that are in that little boat, and of course, sorry, and the man, we're like, the the father or whatever is like, we're gonna ride the storm out, and the two daughters or whatever, the wife and the daughter are like, we gotta get off the fucking boat, and now the boat's just getting, they're in there like, and so the Coast Guard had to come in, and it was that Coast Guard had a really hard time. They were trying to get them with the basket. They had to jump into the water. So it's like that. This is like the rescue mission of like the perfect storm. We already had the flood. We're trying to get everybody out of the waters, right? And the ocean, don't forget, is dead man's sea. We can't drink ocean water. It's not drinkable. It's not living water, right? We need moving, electric, living waters that are flowing, right? And same with our body. But if we've allowed ourselves to get, now well, and those two goes into like reptilians and not just reptilian, because reptilian we all have secular. It's just the intellectual part of our brains, right in the back of our brain. But there's different levels and different statuses and different, right, degrees and volumes and et cetera of all these things. So as far as reptilian race and what have you, well, not all of anything is ever good or bad, right? So don't be afraid of something just because you don't know, right? Do a little more research so you have a little more awareness and you can find, right, little niches and places to, right, become a little more comfortable with the different beings, the different, right, elementals, different things that are already here and have always been. But if man is always afraid and always wants to attack whatever it doesn't know, how is anything ever going to change? Or if man only wants to then take and make, right? Like those old fucking bake, or those bake, cake, cake and bake, whatever, fucking ovens. Instant. You can't, right? You just want to take and make whatever after someone gives. It's like, wait. Are you, hold on a second. We need to be a little more patient and allow, right? Instead of just like, this has been like going on forever, like Edison and whoever, and the light bulbs, and everybody just wants to race, win, have the patent and the name for the invention and the Nobel Prize, and, have their dick sucked no matter what size. So it's like, yeah, fuck off and just stop now. Grow some balls and learn how to fucking take care of your emotional body so we can actually have respect and what have you for you. And please have some for yourself, because how would you like us to respect you or listen to you when you're not coming from a place of respect, integrity, and honor? You're coming right from, you're coming in sideways. How else would you like us to slice it? It's like, and that's not direct toward, like, again, like male, just that has to do, that's a way of thinking, a state of mind. So whether you're in a woman's body, a male's body, a, however we are made or however we are, and etc. Like, close your eyes. That's who the fuck we are, right? Who are you? We're all those other things too, but when it comes down to it, we're in here where we can't see one another, right? Like in the Bible where it says, your father is not my father, your father is of the devil. You cannot hear my father. What does that mean? Instead of taking on the label of just, right, Beelzebub's son, bastard son, Belial's son, sons of Belial, hold on a second. Doesn't that mean once we're physical Capricornus, which is different than material, this is a material Libra book, and this is my material physical body, but this is my physical body. It's a living organism. Right? Those two fathers get mixed up quite often, the physical one and the material. Brothers, and they do switch back and forth often in a sense. However, not the same being. Again, like the right dolphin, this and that are true. So comprehension of how a consciousness develops and where it goes before we become greedy little men with our fingers on everything, talking a bunch of shit with our split silver devil tongue. Hi ho, silver. Right? So we're all born with a tongue. And once we bring words into form and start to spit them out, it leaves for interpretation, it leaves for Confucius and confusion, right? It leaves for, right, we're butchering. So it's not bad, it's good, we're beautiful, able to talk. Right, but our Father who art in heaven, not in the idea mind, right here in the heart. We can't, once we speak with our right, when we meditate, where are we, right? That's when we're becoming clear. If you're, say, people pray, if you're, right, say what you need to say, like, however, right, then you're verbalizing in your mind and in your heart, right? Are you communing with your, right, with spirit, with your gods, with whoever you commune with internal, like, right? It's more of like for me, I can say it's more of like a, right? It's not like, oh, now you should blah 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 blah, right? Whether you're communing with, say, ultra-terrestrials, extraterrestrials, other frequencies, right? We don't necessarily have it's like, oh yeah, that we get like an awareness because it comes, right? It's like the Pink Floyd song. You are only coming through in waves, right? Your lips move, but I cannot hear what you're saying. That's a good song to listen to, Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd. When I was a child, I had a fever. My hands felt just like two balloons. Now I've got that feeling once again. Cat spirit, claim your independence. Number 13, 12 disciples. What table are you sitting around? 12 zodiacs, 12 hours. Those hours have to be on something. Those zodiacal signs are on something, right? Numbers on the clock, they're on something. In order to pick this side or that, you have to be on a board or in something, in a game, right? In order to pick a side or pick a team or pick, right? There has to be a ring or a gate or something. There has to be something that's invisible, right? An invisible border, some kind of board structure right? A structure, some kind of foundation, unseen, that you're partaking in, right? That we all partake in. So are you neutral? Did you pick a side? Are you holding on to a patriotic stance? Armies. It's all about the arm, right? Back in the day, it was be all you can be in the and still is. But how do they recruit? How do they recruit soldiers for Satan? They make you think somebody's doing something over here. So then you go run. We go running to go save and go help because we are good people. We're good, right? We care. So we go run over there and tell our people that we love. Yeah, but you don't understand. There's this is happening. So we go running, and meanwhile, what happened? You guys, what happened? Now we have all these battle wounds and scars and all this harm. And while everybody's fighting, they came over here and robbed you blind. They robbed, right? They robbed. All my cards just fell. And look what the fuck popped out. The whole deck fell. These are the two that are facing up. And there's one more. I'm going to get in a minute. Hold on. What's behind this devil? Oh, that's like the river of shame, the whatever, lake of fire. I don't, that's crazy. Right? Denying spirit, taking the gold instead, wanting the material. And this guy's going to make it, or, right, again, oh, do you know what this one's doing? Or, right, always partial truths mixed with lies, or it wouldn't be deliverable or believable in any form, right? And the word believe, right? There's a lie right in the middle, L-I-E. So doesn't mean, right, it's just we don't want to be holding on to anything too tightly so that then we're right pouring right now. It's like we want to remain more fluid. Don't deny Holy Spirit coming in, and that could appear more scary, like because it's like we're don't forget it's always darkest before the light. Or like we've been watching a lot of Wu-Tang, the Wu-Tang saga and stuff lately. And you know, anyone, any being, any person, place, or thing that's made it anywhere in life is gonna did they get there like, oh here you go. You so deserve. It's just but hell no. In order to get where we think, right? And this may be right, oh, like what was the vision of paradise at one point in time? Maybe did you think something was right greener on the other side? But then once you pass through the gate, it's like, wait, hold on a sec. This is not what I thought it was going to be. It could be a job, a relationship, anything, right? Is the grass always greener? But sometimes it's okay, right? Why did the chicken cross the road? The chicken's in the description. What came first, the chicken or the egg? I don't know. Where'd either of those twins pop up? And one had to be following the other. Didn't take long for the other to follow suit, right? I don't want to be a chicken. I don't want to be a duck. I'm just seeing what else was up. Pushing up here. Ooh, ooh. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we got the devil, 6 of Wands, as we were talking about. getting, right, again, the serpent and the tree. And don't forget, right, too, Adam tried to blame Eve. Eve said, blame the serpent, right? The serpent just looks so good. But which serpent was it? Was it the one that said something, or was Adam asleep and you decided to slurp his snake? Which one? And then he liked it. I don't know. It's like, again, I have no idea. I'm not gonna, right? Yeah, Matt. Play the blame game. Not me. Yeah. Who stole the cookies from the cookie jar? Wasn't me. It was he. It was she. It was the serpent in the tree. It was, wait, lots of twisty trajectories there. Not two of hearts, three of swords, right? Three's a crowd sometimes. Sometimes three's a crowd. So we got six of wands, six of wands in reverse, Queen of Pentacles, Judgment in reverse, and Three of Swords. So whether in there, right, personal relationship wise, like how we're discussing, right, like, or right, with the thoughts and the feelings inside of self, or all the everything that's being shot out through the media, believe it and makes it look right. This is what you should be doing. Have your card, have your da 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 da. Right. So it appears like, oh, you're doing great things. So, but don't forget, all roads to hell are paved with best intentions. Most roads to hell, most are paved with the best of intentions. And what do you do once you get to hell? Right? It's like our idea, we have heavenly ideas that then manifest upon the earth, and we're living in hell. So how do we balance out the three in order to gain, right, freedom and sovereignty where we dwell, rather than coming from a place of, right, it's right, integrating all the information, and right, becoming a master magician, master alchemist, master, right, wizard, sorcerer. That means you're doing your part by working with spirit, instead of turning the head like not accepting it and running to, right, the physical. There's reasons why everything's here too, right? What do we do? Crossroads is also representative of, right, it's like a decision. Could go both ways. You can go this way, go that way, or you could go both ways, or you could just remain, right, and allow time and space. And then maybe you deny the devil's all this stuff that's being thrown out, looking all, because don't forget, the devil doesn't show up looking like this, right? It's going to come looking like this. Dun, 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 dun. Like anything you want, right? So most have been denying spirit because that looks like, oh, that's not that. That's what looks not tangible, right? You can grab and hold on to money. I can see that proof. I need to see and have the facts, right? So now if you deny, instead of denying spirit, deny, right, this bullshit, the devil energy that's prancing around like it's, right, the, yeah, the appearance. So if we deny the devil instead, so to speak, then we gain messages from, right, Holy Spirit. So again, just being still, right, Queen of Pentacles, and that That's what's going to come in. So allowing spirit. You can always come up with a new idea and thought if you allow time and space, right, to go through and travel through these different thoughts, feelings, ways of perceiving, right? Perseus looking at, and Perseus is going to save Andromeda. There's right, sorry if you're familiar. And Judgment in reverse. So again, lots of like, shouldn't I have, da 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 da. Lots of mental, right? And the heart, because the heart has been harmed, it's been blocked off for so long. Everyone's been in, it's been devil energy. Get higher, baby. That's the song it's playing. Get higher, baby. Right? It's a state of mind, right? We can look at, be miserable at what we're being. Oh, I don't want that. What's that? Why didn't I get what they had? Or sometimes when you're handed a bag of shit, it's really a present from spirit so that you have land that you can nurture, that can grow in abundance, right? Shit makes fertilizer. So sometimes, right, or you get coals. Oh, I get coals. Oh, but don't diamonds come out of coals? Sometimes we have to do a little work, and that just might be, right, not thinking this way. Maybe we're, right, being the devil. Is this the, right, the thinking pattern that you're in? If I, right, getting stuck between atoms and the thoughts and the feelings, trying to control the thoughts and the feelings, and then being miserable because we wanted, so, right, hold on to, right, Jacob fighting with God, right? So, or we can see that bag of, right, shit or the coal or whatever seems like it's 555, right, is a shitty something. Well, how do, maybe we need to change our perception, right? The what person, what's perception also, right? When it rains, oh, my words are getting confused now. Perception still, right? Precipitation. How my Miss Popper's penguins. Mr. Popper's penguins and Mary Poppins too. So yeah, or judging of self, being sick, again, we started off with those feelings of holding on. So if we're over judging self, over judging others, if I do this, if I don't do that, we're the worst. We beat ourselves up the most, right? Sometimes we just need to be the one to put down the bat. And this was in reverse. So it's like you are this, but it's it's like at this point in time, we're all aware when someone's in devil energy and is acting this part, but is really, right, not. It's like the right, the intent, it's not matching up. Something is not aligning. So, again, respect and integrity and honor come from when we're coming from a more balanced place. And when we're not sure if we're going to be accepted or liked, or, right, all of us want to be loved and accepted. Otherwise, why is there so many sheeple, right? How come we're all, right? It's like, oh, wait. It's like you ever like something and then you find out it's like other people don't like it. And then we're like, oh, well, especially when you're younger, it's like, your favorite food that you like, how about you used to like tuna sandwiches all the time when you were little. And then you started going to school and everybody at school is eating like peanut butter and fluff, but your mom sent you to school with tuna And when you open it up, it's like you feel like your lunchbox stinks like fish tuna. You get fit. It's like, wait, I don't want tuna fish, Mom. I want peanut butter and fluff. I want to be cool. I want fluff, right? I mean, just right. I don't know. I'm just one of someone I'm using someone else as an example, no names. But right. So when things like that occur, it's like, great, wait, I want to be part of something cool too. You may even throw your tuna fish sandwich out because you're embarrassed and you don't want other people, right, to like call you, right, fish, what, the one that brings fish to school or whatever, fish breath, right? The penguin. Now you have fish breath. Oh boy. I mean, it's not too much. And don't forget the penguin hangs out in the sewer system where all the shit is. That one of Batman's many nemesis, right? Thriller is playing in the background now. MJ, Thriller, Thriller night. That's such a fun old video. Oh, speaking of Perseus, her arm is Knight of Cups, but it's like, look it, wait, ready? Coming in sideways. Because too many decisions. You see what's poking out over here? 7 of Cups. So many options, right? And this could be like raised the locked up princess, or could just be parallels either side of, right, the center, having to see both sides, right, and then some before, right? So depends. Got magician over here too. Thriller, thriller. So yeah, all these hidden things, like the things that have been made in the dark, things, right, that again, people that have been, right, either playing both sides or sneaking over, like while they're right, presenting self as like, oh yeah, I'm your yeah, yeah. Which again, lots of different Queen of Wands. Sometimes there's a Queen of Wands behind, like we're all many of us, right, say divine feminines are aware as far as with this in the realm of oh boy, I hate the labels, but right, say twin flames, divine masculines, divine feminines, karmics, all the different situations that are being played out right now. 144. And there's a reason that we're all playing these situations out. Don't forget, because when we swim down in the muck, twin flames, etc., and divine beings, we're going through the shit in order to find alternate ways in order to murder situations that we all experience. So don't get too caught up again in that devil energy, allowing yourself to feel like and think that you're bad or someone else is bad and you're good, right? Who's bad, etc. Yeah. Allow yourself to remember why your soul took upon this mission in the fucking first place, star seeds. And remember, we never forget. And we're here to share and communicate and help one another through this shit. And this shit is no fucking easy task, right? That's why they say if you make it through that fucking pinhole of the needle, it's easier to, I forget what, than make up, right? I'm never good at repeating things other people say, but there's a saying, it's easier to like get something to drink water or to fucking do something that it wouldn't do than it is like, right, to get, right, someone out of devil energy and listen to Holy Spirit, right, to trust in the divine, to believe in faith, blind faith, which isn't so blind. It comes from after you've experienced enough shit, you start to see that, right, we start to see our way doesn't work, and we start to let go of some of the control, and we recognize that there's a power greater than ourselves that we need to tap into, and we ain't shit on our own, but together, infinite possibilities. And it's an hour in, and I don't want to make this too long. So just reverse Two of Swords we started out with. Indecision, indecisive, anxiety, disease nation that we're all stuck in all the time. Because if we do that, then the sky's gonna fall. And then we try to, right? And then after people, right, decide to go, we do go on, and then it's like, but wait, we did it because, right, we went and tried all these other things out, and where do we end up coming back to? There's no place like home. And don't forget, nature always comes back to its original source. Now that can be a scary thought at 6:03 to ponder in the lily pond while sitting on the lily pad, going into your moon, right? Sitting upon the moon, fishing. King of Wands, Ace of Cups in reverse, and the sun is popping out. You see that? So knowing we're in change is scary, right? The thoughts that we can perceive, right? Perseus can scare the shit out of us if we don't allow ourselves, nature always goes back to its original source. It's like, so we're going back to the Big Bang and then bam, we're going to just disappear. Fucking hell no. I mean, if that's what you want, truly in your soul and in your heart of hearts with your free will, ain't nobody going to force you to be here and live in existence and stay alive if you really have no at all, which a lot is like, see, atheist or what have you, or it's like if you don't have any like will to live or any desire to do or have anything, well, then you wouldn't be in existence right now. So that's bullshit. Obviously, you like something. And if it's jealousy of something, place, or person else, well, obviously, here's a trick. It is within you, because like attracts like, and we're all reflections of one another. So you just haven't found the right, sometimes we watch or feel certain ways until, right, we're ready to fly out of the nest on our own. So don't think that you don't have that. Obviously, you're either aggravated by it or attracted to it because it is something within you that's being awoken, and at first it's going to be like a virus or a sickness it's going to be yucky. It's not going to be nice and it's not going to feel good. It's going to be bleh. But keep going right? This is where you gain that faith. Because you're on the right track. That means you're on the right track because you're already witnessing a reflection of yourself. How that develops within you, right? Within us is a whole nother story, right? How are we nurturing our garden within? Right. So it's like it's how we play with the words and how we play with, the different amazing beings that we all are, no matter whether you're right, you claim yourself to be a religious being, a non-religious being, whichever kind of nationality, it doesn't it's like what it doesn't everyone's purpose for being here is to survive, exist, live live in existence, be loved and accepted. And if we don't feel those things, we can feel like we don't have them, but we just haven't learned how to accept ourselves or to ask for what we need or how to allow ourselves to feel these things without all the other thoughts and feelings getting in the way, right? Or becoming more loud than the thing it is that we're seeking, that we have found. We just haven't quite tuned it up and alchemized it in order to integrate it into our being right? Think of all the things that you get nervous about in your life. First day of school, going to work out, going to a gym, whether you're fat or thin. If I'm fat, it's like I don't belong in the gym. I'm gonna look silly. No, we're supposed to be there because of that. And if you are healthy and look good, right? It's like then you're supposed to be there for that too. It's like it doesn't matter, right? Wherever, whoever, whatever we are, right? There's something inside you that's bringing you to another place. Nurture that gently and allow yourself to bloom into whatever that is. And then once you do, you forget about the fear, the anxiety, and all those things we thought at first. How am I going to go to school? Are they going to like me? How do I do this? I'm not even going to know what to do in the gym. I don't know what to, right? All the things that we fear. The new job, I don't know how to do it. Are they going to like me? Am I going to be able to do the job? Am I going to be good at the job? Am I going to like the job? Are they going to think I'm good at the job? And then it becomes, right? I'm going to drive a car. I don't know how to drive. I learned how to drive on the road. I'm scared to get on the highway. All the things that we fear. And then we do, and it becomes integrated part of us, and we don't even think about it anymore, right? We just do them as we're doing other things. Learning how to cook, learning how to, right? All the things that we do while we're doing other things, multi-dimensional beings, we're able to do multiple things at once we integrate and have a little more confidence and awareness and where we were not sure before, or we start like do we like things? Do we not? Have experience. So we have a little awareness of what we like and what we absolutely don't like and what we, right? So it's just all part of the journey. So the more that we're able to have, look at ourselves and the journey with a little more faith, right? Give a little grace to God and spirit or whatever you want to end your, right? Like, again, look at where you've been and how far you've come. So it's like, okay, we don't have to be like, "Whoa," but at the same time, fuck yeah. Spiritual gangsters, like how much have you made it through in order to get to right the fuck where you are right in this now moment to be listening to my crazy ass blabbing on here and everything else that we're right to right now, and whatever thought is in your head at this now moment and feeling that you're feeling like whatever that is, like we're hold on, like we're like wow. And how many different ways did that thought or feeling fuck you up before until you got here now? And will it still fuck you up further in the future? Probably. Absolutely. Yeah. But do we have a little bit more ability to make it through a little smoother because we're paying attention to what really matters? Jump in. Pointer Sisters is playing out. Jump in. My kisses in the night dream. And we are the resources. So aren't you worth every moment in order to get to where you need to be so that you have your health, which is your wealth, and then abundance in all forms can occur? You have all the money in the world, right? All the things in the world. You can't pay for, you can't, right? It's like there's only so much you can pay for. And then what? And then too, right? How much did you pay for? Right? Some people need to go through that shit, and like it's like, right, you gotta go through that. That's your accounting reconciliation. You gotta go through that shit and clear it out. It's not like, oh yeah. It's like, dude, if your books are baked or they're all fucking balanced, you gotta go through shit. That's all. Go through your shit. Go. It's like Dark Night of the Soul, and it's about to hit hard for a lot of beings that, again, right? Where's the Four of Cups? Right? He doesn't accept. No, I'm gonna right. Jacob fighting with guy. No, no, no. So we're gonna keep refusing and not go. Then it's like eventually, then it's like, bam, we're gonna get hit a little harder with. But sometimes some of us do better in that too, right? It's like if you give me little pieces at a time, I can't always retain that. right? Some of us do better in chaos. So it's like in that's why we have first responders and things of that nature, right? Out in our world. It's like, because when shit goes down, we're good at not thinking, we're good at responding in chaos when things are fucking crazy, right? It's like once we start having to think too much, and then we can get then now we're stuck. We're like, I don't know which way to go. Fuck it, I can't even make right. But then we get so tired trying to figure out which way we're gonna go, then we're exhausted. We're like, forget it, ain't going anywhere. I just wasted all my energy fucking thinking and feeling, right? Burning the candle at both ends. Couldn't you tell I'm guilty? Look at my hair. Anyway, at least I can admit it. But in all seriousness, it's like, right, again, a lot of our, what we think is a weakness is also our strength. So it's like, I can't be too worried about like, oh, well, how come you didn't have makeup and your hair done today? How come you, and honestly, a lot of time, I'll honestly say, but I do that shit on purpose. Have you been judging? It's like sometimes people leave shit open on purpose, or like a boss or whatever will have, like, they'll leave that shit out on purpose just to see who's gonna be the one, who's gonna, other people like, oh, you left your thing, you did. It's like, yeah, I'm very aware I left that shit open. I did that shit on purpose. Did you see anybody go in there? Did anybody touch it? Right? We're a lot of beings, right? We're here for different reasons. So a lot of time, right? There's things being set up on purpose in order to see how are we all ready yet? And I'm not saying anything. I get those things to me too, done to me, but I'm definitely one of those ones that like, okay, well, we're gonna put some, right? We're gonna hide some Easter eggs. Ishtar, we're gonna hide the eggs, or we did all the Christmas gift making, etc., whatever have you. Hey, Mrs. Claus, did you read the fine print? Now all the gifts are hidden, and Santa said no peeking. Did anybody go sneaking? PYT. Oh. Michael Jackson. I wanna love you. PYT. Pretty young thing. Six of Pentacles in reverse. So again, like, yeah, right? Just lots of, yeah, this is like we're in that transition. So it's like, right, the scales are really being weighed right now. It's just we're in that transition. So wherever we all end up, so to speak, is right where we're meant to be. Just like, um, and that's the truth, because we're gonna get exactly what we deserve. Everybody's gonna get what they need truly in order to make it to the next level phase, or whatever it is that you need, that I need, that we all need in order to, right, or hunters and gatherers. So we've all been hunting for, like, right, what kind of information have you hunted and gathered? Because now it's hibernation time. Well, here anyhow in the United States, we're going, right, we just had fall, we went into autumn, into fall, we're approaching, right, the winter season, which is like great representative of like going inside. It's cold outside. It's actually been very warm. It's a super Indian summer. It's October 26th, and even though it's pouring rain out right now, it's very warm. I love it. I ain't complaining, but I love all the weather. And Antelope spirit. Yeah. Life is speeding up. And please like, subscribe, and hit the bell, tribe, and share and comment as well. And my email's in the description. It's metaphysicalmamma@gmail.com. And we are working on the website. There's just so much going on as we're talking about, and I'm not in a rush. So we're gathering our information together and putting it together, and we're coming up with some stuff. And as we plan, who knows, God may make a different decision and be like, yeah, all that shit you did, haha, scrap, we're gonna go this way now. So you never know. So my plans aren't always right. Like I said, man makes plans and God laughs. And I've learned that throughout my existence very well. So, I'm just here to enjoy the ride, and, call it like I see it in a now moment, and not from the, right, just as experience and spirit coming through. And again, I'm just here to do the job that spirit requires me to do in whatever moment that's in. And then also, right, it's like when you're off work, then it's like also we have our own thoughts and feelings and just what do we like to do, or now we don't know to do, or we have. So it's like nothing's set in such stone. There's guidelines. So and etc. And things are pliable, but not to just right. There's a difference when we work with spirit or when we decide to make a decision based on our ego, or right, coming from the feelings of lack, feeling less than or unsure. Again, right, that's again same shit, different day, same. And before I depart, I do want to read the moon energy part. Let's see what's playing. Y'all remember this music? And look who's Taz. Remember Tasmanian Devil? Speaking of devils. Anyhow, let's say moon energy. All around the clock. So, so right now the moon's in Cancer, 7 degrees. It's October 26th, and it's waning gibbous moon. And it says, moon in Cancer, your feeling of safety is now related to your home, family, and related activities such as cooking and gardening. Where's that? You may be prone to emotional fluctuations. You should learn to forgive and forget in order to avoid depression from thinking too much about things. See? And we had the reverse Two of Swords right now. Like, don't get stuck in too much stinking thinking. Yeah, when we get stuck into too much of thinking about things, we can sometimes do ourselves a disservice rather than being of service to self. Sometimes we got to step away from our own selves and get out of our head, right? Your perception of the world can be very subjective. Try to create a certain distance without being bitter. Right, so we're creating safe boundaries, which is important too. Again, what we like, what we don't like. It's like, ew, yeah, throughout my experience, right? We don't like to be treated certain ways or talked to, or we don't like to eat certain things, or we don't, right? But then we may be introduced to it in another time, place, or person, and etc. And so again, right? You ever try food and it was like, oh, and then all of a sudden, it was like, oh my gosh, I never had it like that though, and that was so good. right? So our perception got altered, our tastes changed. You're allowed to change your mind and allowed to have different feelings and thoughts about things that you maybe liked or didn't like in past or thought you may or may not like. And then now you do or don't or whatever, right? Again, dolphin, this and that are true. It depends on what moment in time it is, right? For you, right? For me, for, right? Who? Who's on first? Who? Is there an owl in here? All right. Your perception of the world can be very subjective. Try to create a certain distance without being bitter. Due to your rich emotional manifestation, you can create a real sense of belonging in the world. And that's what's up. It's like the moon, our moon sign in Cancer is very much of the moon, the divine, the triple darkness, right? The void where there is no thing, right? The 6 and the 9, where they start to spin. Again, everything starts and is birthed in the dark and right has the golden ratio, the spiral, the golden ratio. Somebody's watching me. Whoa. The organs under this moon that are affected or influenced mostly are the stomach, mucosa, ovary, womb, vagina, breast, pleura, peritoneum, lymph system, and breastbone. Interesting. Yo, because I was saying yesterday, well, my friend has his tooth at the bottom is infected and swollen, and the top over here, he's got teeth problems, so the gums. And then, but my yesterday too, like my neck, the lymph nodes, I was like, ooh, I had to like rub them yesterday a lot underneath my ears. And then my lower back actually was giving me a little bit of, it was interesting. It was like my left leg yesterday, my hamstring felt like if I pulled it doing like, power lifting or leg presses, and I didn't. But then it moved up and it was like in the left side of my lower back, and then it moved over to the right as well. So like my whole lower back yesterday, I was like, oh, it felt like I had like something else sitting on it. When I was pregnant, I had back labor. My daughter, because that's what it felt like, back labor. Labor from the past. Maybe that's fine. Then today, quite a lot came through. Like, I was like, oh, weird. Things that I haven't thought of or remembered in a long time. Right? Like funny, I have 80s music. So so yeah, blast from the past, etc. Stuff coming up from the past. Bring so yeah, that might be right back. Yeah, why yeah, that makes sense. Hmm. Oh, got a knife I need. This one? So yeah. Well, tell me. Okay. So let's see. Today's the 26th. Tomorrow, the moon's still in Cancer tomorrow as well. So Wednesday, yeah, moon's still in Cancer. So we have moon in Cancer until Thursday. It's in Libra. So, take extra good care of those organs. Those are the ones that are just being influenced presently, right, by the moon energy. And only thing it really says to, yeah, it's okay to have surgery during this time. Sometimes it lets you know that too. I don't get so, but, and yeah. So I so appreciate you coming and hanging with me. Please feel free to skim through some older videos if anything pops out at you. And please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you can get notified when I pop back on here. And I think that's it for this time together. So one love, and I so appreciate, and just keep swimming. And I will see you next time. One love.